Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your January 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sagittarius, how are you doing? And welcome to 2024. So it looks like a lot of you have been making some big changes when it comes to your career, when it comes to finances, money. I feel like you have been going back and forth on, should I grow in this area or that area? Should I invest my time, my energy into this subject or that subject? Should I take this class or that class? So I feel like you have been weighing up some options. Now, there's the decision card, and you also have the pendulum here. So I feel Sagittarius season, so in December, a lot of you have shifted gears a bit. There's some ideas that you have that you're wondering, is this lucrative? Is this going to bring me the most growth? Can I continue moving forward in a productive way as well as living out your dreams? Okay, that's important here. Yeah, you have the death card showing up right away. You want more peace, but you also know that you have to make some big decisions to cut out certain things from your life. Maybe that is cutting out limiting beliefs. It could be leaving behind old jobs or old, environments or patterns that no longer do it for you. I feel like a lot of you were ready to say goodbye to 2023 and open the doors to 2024. And that may have even started out for you in, again, your season. So I feel like there's some big shifts coming in here for you that you've already started to implement into your world. And you're going to start to see noticeable growth in the first quarter of 2024. Now, I will be putting out yearly readings as well. Look at all these major arcanas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. This is huge energy here, Sagittarius. So I definitely see that you started to set the groundwork for some major, look at that, another major arcana. I don't think I've ever seen this many in one reading. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see your outcome, please. What do we have for, there's the ending. Something is coming to an end for you. This is a big ending as well. That's actually shaking and shifting up your life. And you finally can let this go. It's an ending of an old cycle, an old job. For some of you, it could even be heading towards retirement. For others of you, you're wrapping up a job that you've had for maybe, 15 years, 20 years, or it could be something that you've been studying for quite some time. And now you're ready to close that chapter of your life. I almost said Libra. For you, Sagittarius, some of you may have some strong Libran placements, or this was meant to be done when Aries was in the North Node and Libra in the South Node, because I feel like there may have been a lot of lessons that you've learned with this energy. Now we have Libra and Aries in the North and South Node until January of 2025. So I feel like you're ahead of the game. There's some things that you are starting now, you're implementing now that's going to set you up for success all throughout 2024, Sagittarius. So you start off with the cup. You were dealing with people, places, things, environments, or beliefs that were draining you, where you were putting your time and energy into certain things that it just didn't fuel you. You felt like maybe you were taken advantage of, or it was draining your resources, draining your bank accounts here. Some of you are finally getting to the point where you're taking care of business, you're paying things off, you're finding long-term growth, you're filling your cup with things that bring you passion and emotional fulfillment as well. This is about taking care of business. A lot of you are nurturers, you're healers, Sagittarius, whether you work in the healing profession, such as maybe a nurse, a doctor, a Reiki practitioner, a massage therapist, or you are a healer in your personal life. Whatever you've been putting yourself into that has been draining, you're putting an end to that. And I feel like you're filling your cup with things that support you. You're filling your cup with, the energy and momentum to chase those dreams, but you're doing so in a different way, a different light, because you've gone through a lot here. Now, I haven't even peeked at the cards out here, except I see a lot of them are purple, so I know they're major arcanas, but it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you did go through a tower moment. And I'm just peeking to see if we do have the tower. Nope, we don't have the tower, so I feel like you've already gone through the tower. For some of you, the tower may have been around, the pandemic. It could have been in 2023 for some of you, but you're definitely getting back on track. Excuse me. So Sagittarius, now what we see for the month of January is the spiral. This is things feeling at times like they're happening quite quickly. It may even feel like it's out of control or out of your control, but I like this spiral. It reminds me of the Choku-rei, the Reiki symbol for, turning that on switch, right? That power, that amplification. A lot of you are climbing the ladder. There's an upward, outward trend here. Some of you may even be revisiting a job, revisiting an old childhood dream. There could be a promotion. Finally, something is coming full circle, coming around. There's connections here. Excuse me. There's business connections. There are other like-minded people around you. There could be some sort of new study, a new income source, some training that you are learning in a new sector, because you're closing a lot of doors here. I mean, your main energy is the death, and then your final outcome is another 10. So you're definitely ending old cycles, and this goes around and around. So it is the spiraling motion of a cycle. And for some of you, it may have even felt karmic, right? It may be something that you've really needed to learn, you've needed to grow and implement into your life here, Sagittarius. And in the future, have some throat chakra issues. I'm just going to take a drink here, one moment. Now, in the near future, Sagittarius, you do have the pendulum. So your income may have felt all over the place at times, especially if you are a business owner, or for some of you who have gone through a tower and maybe you were let go of your job, unemployed, or there were some massive changes that you've gone through. I feel like you are strategizing, and you have been strategizing. That's the silver lining of going through the tower here. There's been a little bit of indecision as well. Some of you are going through a major job change. This is about making a choice coming in here for you. And then we also have some seasonal work. So something may have been temporary, right? A temporary setback or a temporary loss, but it's actually part of the experience, part of the growth, part of the evolution, in order to put you on that track, put you on that trajectory of a new soul contract. So this is pretty deep here, Sag. There's a new contract that you are currently fulfilling, that you are currently ending an old cycle and embracing a new contract here with your soul, with another company, another organization, another person, or going off on your own, right? So this is quite beautiful. It's in the next stage, the next tier to your life. Now, you also have, we're just going to pull these cards here. You have a new offer coming in for you. For a lot of you, this is a job offer that you've already applied for, or it's already something that you've interviewed for. I'm also getting, for some of you, this could be a loan offer as well. Something is being offered to you, and I feel like you've had to communicate, because again, my throat is being activated here. So it's like you've had to speak up, you've had to share your ideas. Some of you may be influencers, you may be communicators. It's important that you use your voice, that you speak your world into being. I feel the voice is very important here for you. but you're going to receive that offer, especially with so many major arcanas here. There's a new beginning coming in. This is big because some of you had to leave a toxic work environment, or you left a place that had hidden morals or hidden, not so much morals. Their morals didn't align with yours. They weren't living up to their values is what I get here for some of you. Or some of you, your beliefs and your values did not align with what they were projecting or with what they were putting out there. I get that there could have been a breach in contract. There may have been lines that were crossed. Some of you may have even been dealing with some sort of bullying, some sort of harassment as well. That's all coming to an end, or it's coming to some sort of grand finale energy, and you're ridding yourself of it, because I think we also have, we have the devil energy coming into your environment. So there's something that you are letting go and getting yourself out of, and it's been difficult for you. You're going to have some huge decisions to make, but I really like the energy of this card because if you look at all the doors, they're all gray except one. So there's going to be an opportunity that really stands out to you. I mean, red is the color of the root chakra. It's the color of stability, foundation, longevity. So I feel that these other options, even though they may present themselves, you're going to know that this one stands out because you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting that inner knowing, and you're going to make this decision that's in your highest good. So any decisions that you make here, which we see that there's going to be a couple of them, you're closing the door, and that could be the decision itself, closing the door to the past in order to embrace this new beginning. There's growth here for you. A lot of growth, Sagittarius. This is about you growing your business, growing your money, growing your reputation, growing your, experiences, your education. I think I just said that, but it's about you adding to your portfolio, adding to your palette here. There's some sort of new experience that's going to have you dive headfirst into creativity and adventure. There's a light bulb going off within you. And it's blinking at this time. So even if you weren't necessarily able to see the light in the past, there's no way you can't see this. With all of this major arcana energy, a lot of this big transformative change occurring and happening in your world, it is like that blinking light bulb. Spirit's saying here, pay attention to the light. So for some of you, you may actually have flashes of a bulb. Maybe you do have a bulb that's on the fritz and it's starting to blink, it's starting to flicker. I mean, that could, of course, be signs from your ancestors, your loved ones, your spiritual team. But I'm getting here the flickering of the light, or maybe a light turns on or turns off on its own. Excuse me. So I feel like your creativity is definitely enhanced here. And something within you is sparking up. Now, Sag, this may have already started to occur for you around your birthday. And I am getting, for a lot of you, there was a lot of epiphanies, a lot of downloads around your birthday. And this is allowing you to manifest more of these offers, because we see an offer coming in here. There's some sort of new job offer. I mean, it's written all over your reading here. And I feel like the choice is to, do I stay? Do I leave? Now, your main energy is the Death card. So you're definitely releasing the past. There's some sort of an ending that is showing up for you in the month of January. And you're heading towards a new beginning that's bringing you a heck of a lot more peace, because something was draining your energy, or it was quite toxic. Some of you may even have, maybe you worked with some sort of toxic chemicals. You could have worked in an environment where there was some sort of spray, or there was a health concern, a health hazard I'm getting. I mean, this could be physically. For some of you, it is, mentally, it's emotionally, but I feel like it wasn't worth the risk. Okay. And that's what you're putting an end to. Some of you may have even worked with people who are crossing over death and dying. Maybe you worked in hospice. Release the path. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God, Sagittarius. That's one of my favorite Wayne Dyer quotes, let go and let God. But I do believe here excuse me, I do believe that this transformative ending, it's almost like you've wanted this in the past, or you've come up against it. It's like you've come really close to this transformation or this ending, but then it's like you took a step back because for whatever reason, maybe you didn't get that job offer where you would have been able to leave this position. And it's like you came really close to more peace and you were manifesting, but then it's like the rug got pulled out from underneath you. And I feel like this may have happened quite a few times, even more than 13, I'm getting for some of you, where just before you're ready to launch that product or start that business or go off on your own or take a new job offer, it's like something kept getting in your way, something kept interfering, and that may have been what was exhausting your resources. That hope, it's like the hope getting squashed every time you thought that there was going to be big change. Well, all of that energy is all compiled in one this month because there are some big changes coming in for you to release the past. Now, I like that you don't have a major arcana crossing your energy here, because it means that there's far more positive change that may be in the hands of the divine than externally around you, because the Two of Wands is crossing your energy. It is that choice. Okay, it's the pendulum kind of swinging back and forth here, but that deep inner knowing, that spiritual insight, whatever is happening here for you, you're trusting that the divine has your back. So I feel like the biggest challenge with the Two of Wands is feeling a little bit indecisive, but even when you're in that indecisive energy, you're going to be kind of pushed. Spirit's helping you. Spirit's giving you a little bit of nudge saying, Sagittarius, don't worry. We got your back. We're just going to give you a gentle little nudge forward. And whenever you want to fall backwards, here's a soft, cozy place to land. We got you, but we're just going to help you get right back up and dust yourself off and try again here. It says, make bold and ambitious choices. Excuse me. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So this is a shift happening here. There's going to be some choices. Do I work with those people or that person? Do I work in this company or that organization? Do I leave them and go off on my own? Do I move across the country? So again, there's some choices here that you'll have to make. But you are bold. You're stepping into your power. And there's something here with global energy. You see the world with the angel in the background. So for some of you, it could be making yourself known in the world. You could be reaching people on a global level. You may be moving across the globe. There could be international travels here as well. You're definitely making progress. This is possible. And it's not only possible, it's here for you. So your mind may have a hard time perceiving the changes that are happening here for you. And the biggest challenge is kind of getting out of your own way and letting these changes happen, right? Not talking yourself out of them, because even if you get tripped up in your mind, I still feel like there's too much divine intervention taking place here, where this isn't going to last long, this indecisiveness. It's like, here's the answer. It's right in front of you. But sometimes even when things smack us right in the face and we think, okay, well, Spirit, give me a sign. Here's the sign. We still tend to sometimes second guess, or we say, well, is this really for me? You talking to me, right? It's when someone points to you or they're waving at you and you look behind you and you think that they're talking to someone else, when nope, it's you. You are taking center stage here, Sagittarius. And the Two of Wands, I feel, is definitely you making a bold choice and trusting it, not going back on it. Now, what's below you? You do have the moon. So in your deep, deep past, or in your foundation, there's been a lot of uncertainty. There's been a lot of illusions, okay? There's been a lot of truths exposed. There's been a lot of shadows. This has been also a lot of subconscious beliefs around money, around, even fear-based energy, some shadows that maybe you came face to face with a shadow is what I get in the past. In the past here, Sag, You've come face to face. And it's so crazy that my throat chakra is activated so much during your reading. If you go listen to any of the other readings, the throat's fine. But for you, there is something here with speaking up, standing up for yourself, asking for what it is that you want, and speaking your truth, being heard. There could have been a situation, again, with HR or bullying, or something was definitely not in alignment with values, with morals, with integrity, and you did the brave thing. You did the brave thing. And if you did the brave thing, you're going to see that you're recompensed handsomely. You are recompensed in bigger ways because you are brave enough to speak up when maybe you didn't feel like you had a voice, or maybe other people didn't have a voice, but you are the voice. You're the voice of reason. You're the voice of reckoning. You are the voice here that really transforms and changes it all. I mean, this is some big energy, Sag. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. I mean, we just talked about that. So whatever these fears are, you've had to face the shadow. You've been through the thick of things. Even though there's still a heck of a lot happening here for you, the worst is behind you. And even though you have this 10 showing up as your outcome, I feel like there's a bow, like you're bowing out. You're like, my work is done here. Now I can move on to this new chapter. Now, in the recent past, you have the Fool card. This is about you deciding to take that leap of faith and believe in yourself. Right? Take that leap of faith and apply for that position, or decide to go off on your own, retire, speak up, say what you mean what you say, speak your truth, whatever this is here. Listen to your heart, because you know that something may have been unfair. Someone may have made a fool of themselves. A company may have made a fool of themselves, but you know that your intuition was telling you it's time to move in a new direction. But there again was something here with communicating first. I also get, now this is not going to resonate with all of you, maybe one or two of you, but I am getting here, Sagittarius, some of you may have been paid, or someone may have offered some sort of severance, or, you know, a payment or a payout for you to keep quiet. Okay, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I am getting here, especially with the throat chakra activated so much in your reading. It's like someone may have paid you or threatened or bullied you to keep quiet about a situation. And you're like, you know, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's not in alignment with what I believe. And some of you, this has to do with speaking up. If you are an influencer, or if you are in the spotlight or the limelight, there could be something that you are sharing, right? You are letting people know the truth of a situation, or letting them decipher what the truth is for themselves. But you are the catalyst. You are the one that's planting the seed and then allowing other people to trust in their inner knowing. Okay, so leap of faith here. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Even if you're going to get some sort of push against what it is that you're doing, you're going to do it anyway because it matters to you. It means something to you. Wow, I don't know if I've ever had a reading quite like this here, especially with career. Now, what's above you? The Emperor. This Emperor is some big boss energy. Now, this is either someone of high prestige, elite structure, you know, someone very, very powerful that you are coming into contact with, or it's something that does play a role in what we've been talking about, or this is you embracing your power. Okay, this is Aries energy, and we did talk about Aries and Libra in the North and South Node. This is about you feeling empowered to create your own stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation. This is about ambitious plans. And once you make some decisions here with the Two of Wands that's crossing your energy, once you make some decisions here, you're going to find that there are important people that back you up. There's important help. There's some sort of, you know, resources, organizations, or companies that want what you have to offer because you're standing in your power and you're illuminating this sense of magnetism. There is a sense of, structure within you for what it is that you do as well. So I also get with this Emperor, you may be causing others to learn to question someone of higher authority. If this Emperor, I almost feel for some of you, this has to do with a company, an organization, a governing agency, or, someone of high prestige or power as mentioned, but you may be the one that is the catalyst that has other people questioning or stepping up and saying, yeah, they did that to me. That was not fair, or there was some sort of injustice. And you get a lot of you pulling together, there could be big changes, right? That Emperor, you can kind of bring that Emperor down in a way. But for a lot of you, the majority of you, 3/4, I feel like this is you stepping into your power to create more stability in your own life. Beautiful. Now, what's happening in your near future? You have the Judgment. You have new beginnings showing up here. It says starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Wow. So we still have some past energy that is intermingled here with you, but you're shutting it down this month. Okay, there is something that may be coming back up for you to say, not today, right? Not today. Return to sender. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm ready for my new beginning. And even if that's you kind of cutting out people, places, or things or beliefs that no longer need to project themselves into your new life, then that's what you're going to do. But you're not doing so in a mean way. Okay, you're doing so in an authoritative way, but I know what's best for me type of way here. So definitely starting a new life. And when the Judgment comes in, this is that horn that's a blowing, right? That Judgment, this is that reckoning. And we said this earlier, the voice of reason, the voice of reckoning. You see that there is an angel showing up here, has one hand out this way and one hand receiving, one hand giving. So they're facing against, definitely some mountains, but they're holding hands, this family of 4. Some of you may be a family of 4, or there could be 4 of you involved. I feel like you are coming up against a opportunity to change your life for the better. This is your purpose. This is your calling. You've gone through a rite of passage and you're coming to that gate, that portal. And I feel like that kind of is also from 2023 into 2024, that portal of shifting vibrations, shifting numbers. We're going from a 7 personal year in 2023 to an 8 year. And 8s are about power, authority, strength, right? We have the Emperor showing up as well. So this is your year to empower yourself and to build upon your affluence, build upon your sense of security, build upon your own gifts and skills. So you have this opportunity to find your purpose and leave the past in the past and head towards this new beginning because you've evolved, you've ascended. This is really big here. Now, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You're feeling a little bit maybe even confused or scattered for some of you. There's another 2. So out of the 2 minor arcanas that we've seen so far, they are 2s, right? And 2s are that pendulum that we were talking about in the very beginning of the reading, where you're kind of swinging between options here, or there are some decisions or choices that you are weighing up. But I feel because you have the peace card showing up, look what he's holding on to. He's holding on to a peace sign. So there's going to be more balance here. This is yin energy. This is yang energy. There's balance here. There is equilibrium. It's important to have balance. Some of you may even be working multiple jobs or projects, but it's important to have that work-life balance, work-home life, to bring a little bit of fun, because sometimes this Emperor, he can be really serious. And then we have the Fool, and he's not so serious. So I feel like you are finding a blend, a balance between not taking life so seriously, but knowing when you need to step up and take charge, when you know you need to make a decision, and staying open to the new opportunities, because you are being spoiled here with choice. I feel like there are some decisions to make, and it's important to trust yourself to make the right one. And I feel if that decision has anything to do with the past or leaving something behind or ending a situation, then I feel like that's the best choice for you, Sagittarius. Now, what's going on in your environment? Another major arcana, the devil. Decision, right? It's what we're talking about here. So release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Detox mentally, physically. This can be foods, it can be beliefs, it can be people, it can be just the energy in itself. Some of you may even be around someone who is hindering your growth or hindering your success. I mean, this could be in your personal life that's affecting your professional life, because as we navigate through this earthly realm, we see that everything is interwoven like a web, right? And what's going on with our career, it can directly impact our personal life and vice versa, and our health and our finances. We see that everything is woven together. And I feel like you are letting go of unhealthy patterns or people's projections or their negativity or energy, because it has been holding you back. It's been holding you down. And that's what you are getting rid of. That's part of the choice. Do I stay in this unhealthy, toxic situation, or do I free myself from it? Because there is unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. This can be materialism. The devil can be codependency. It can be manipulation. It can be fear-based energies. It can be obsessions. It can be, anything that holds you hostage in this cage. And you see that there's a cage there, and all of these doves have freed themselves because the door is open. But there's still one bird sitting in there, even though the door is open. And sometimes that bird has been in that comfort zone for so long that even though that door is open, it chooses to stay. And that may be part of the choice that you have to make. Do I want to stay in this comfort zone because this is what I know, this is what I'm familiar with, but I don't feel like you're going to grow? You're not going to strengthen those wings of yours, Sagittarius, by staying in that, in that cage, because you have wings for a reason, to fly. And how much flying are you going to be able to do when you're locked in that cage, even if it's not locked, right? But we tend to lock ourselves in our own, self-imprisonment, our own self-sabotage. And I feel like that's a big part of the decisions that you are making, not just in January, but even around your birthday. I am getting that some of you, I'm getting here, some of you, I'm getting 1210 could have been a birthday. 1210 may have been significant for you. I'm also getting here for a lot of you, 1215. Okay, that could be a birthday. And then again, maybe 1221, right on that cusp into Capricorn season. So and this is Capricorn energy. So a lot of you are definitely making decisions to leave the unhealthy behind. What are your hopes and fears? Fears, inexperience. Well, what if I don't know enough? What if I fail? What if I don't know how to use my wings? What if I think that I have what it takes, but I fall flat on my face? Remember what I said earlier about spirit catching you? Even if you feel like you're going to fall backwards, you have a soft place to land, and spirit's going to help you get right back on your feet again. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of taking pride in yourself, in your work. It's mastering your craft. Practice makes perfect, Sag, so consider getting maybe additional education, getting additional training. Or this could be you believing in yourself, knowing that you have what it takes to step into your power and to help others, to be of service, to use your voice. And listen to that. We haven't had any throat issues, but there's still something that you're being guided to speak up about, speak out against, or to stand up for your own beliefs, speak your world into being. Consider getting additional training, or you consider putting your stuff out there on a platform so you can help others grow, so you can help others get out of the cage. And the reason why is because you've gone through it yourself. You have the experience. It's not like you're just talking out of your, what. It's not like you just are talking about it, but you don't have the experience behind it. You do have the experience. You can empathize because you yourself have been there too. Big energy here. Your final outcome is the Ten of Swords. I don't mind seeing the Ten of Swords with the major arcana that you have here. And I actually like this Ten of Swords more than any other Ten of Swords, because sometimes that Ten of Swords, you see the knives in the back. It's painful. It's betrayal. Now, I'm not saying you didn't have that, but I feel like this Ten of Swords is your own walking away. This is your own choice to let something go. And there's a graceful ending. A situation has ended, Sag, and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. She's gracefully bowing there. She has those swans next to her. I feel like there is more peace. There's growth. And yeah, you're bowing out of a situation. You're saying, you know, I'm gracefully exiting. Some of you, maybe it wasn't a graceful exit, but whatever this is, you are heading towards more peace. And now you know that your work is done in a specific area and you're ready to embrace this new beginning 110%. And you're not stopping this time around, where again, in the past, there may have been stop and go, stop and go. There's something that you're never going to have to go back to. You're never going to go back to, you know, maybe that old job or that old dynamic, that old pattern. You've learned the lessons that you've needed to learn, and now you can gracefully bow out and move towards an exciting, adventurous new beginning. All right. Wow. Whew. Might need a nap after this one, Sag. All right, let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What does Sagittarius need to know for January 2024? Look at that. You have orphans and you have fork in the road. So for some of you, yeah, there was a situation regarding abandonment, rejection, or feeling left out, right? Feeling left out in the cold. That could have been part of that death energy of letting something go. Some of you may have been denied a position that you thought you had in the bag, but it's also brought about, and look at that, it's also card 13, that's the death. It's brought about some great change, some massive change in your life. So yeah, you are at this fork in the road. That's why you have decision after decision after choice after choice. But whatever choices or decisions that you are making, that your inner knowing, your spiritual, higher self and your team is helping you move towards, it's going to get you out of this stagnancy or get you out of that orphaned energy. And that's part of this fork, okay? You can decide. I mean, you have free will. As you know, tarot is not set in stone. None of this is set in stone here. You have the ability to shift the energy at any given moment. And you can choose to stay in that orphaned energy, which I don't see you're going to choose that, but that's where you've been. Or there's a fork in the road that is saying you have a new direction. You have a new path ahead of you. Are you willing to let go of that old version or that old past in order for you to have the beautiful, abundant future that you seek? It's time to make a decision. Again, considering the consequences as you prepare to act. And we have that masculine energy of Emperor, which again, we all have masculine, we all have feminine, but you're definitely taking action on some sort of a decision here in the future. Owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey. And now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you, Sagittarius. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. Four-way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. I mean, you can't make this up. Card 13, the death, along with decision. I mean, you have 1,700 decision cards here, but I definitely feel like you're making big, big choices. This isn't just something minor. This isn't a decision to switch offices with someone. This is life-changing. This is something that is going to alter your life for the better, especially with the Judgment card here. Now I am going to read to you the protection because some of you are stuck in this ambivalent energy, right? Stuck in this pendulum of going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? So I want to read to you the protection message. This may help you make some decisions as well. Indecision is extremely frustrating and it will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion, right? There's the orphans because there's been indecision here about which direction to go. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give away your power. There's the Emperor. Don't give away your power. Not even to this oracle, right? And we just said that. Not even to this tarot. You have free will. You have a choice. Don't let anyone, any psychic, any healer, any seer, any professional, any stranger, don't let anyone, take away that ability for you to choose and think for yourself. This is just here to coach, to guide, to allow you to see the possibilities. Right? Anyone that tries to make that decision for you, run very, very far away. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart because Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Whew! A lot of emotions came through on that. Remember what we said earlier, and this is coming up again for you, Sag. Remember, when you feel like you're going to fall backwards, and maybe some of you do, you tend to fall because I kept getting that you come close to some sort of ending or making a decision, and then you stay in that, cycle of indecisiveness, and then you may feel like you fall back. That's Spirit catching you. That is you having that soft place to land, but Spirit gently nudging you and urging you. It's okay, Sag. Get up again. Dust yourself off. Try again. You got this. We believe in you. If that keeps happening, then there's still some lessons to learn. But you are at a major crossroads in your life. This crossroads, you don't want to give away your power. You don't want to stay in that indecisiveness because this is life altering. All right. Last but not least, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And I do apologize for, no apology here, but I apologize if it was annoying to hear the voice, but I feel like there was an important symbolic message with the throat chakra to not stifle what your heart's desire is, not to, let something just sit there without manifesting it. It's like letting your gifts and your skills and your talents hide in the closet because there's fear of letting them out, because fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of denial, fear of abandonment, fear of being orphans. You don't want to die with your light still in you here is what I'm getting. That's a big message. There are some big shifts happening here for you. Take a leap of faith. Step into your power. You have the new beginning to live a completely different life than maybe you've been living. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to open up that third eye center. So if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice, big, deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to focus on that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it's an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, Sag, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss that notification. Now, I have been getting messages of people not receiving the videos or the notifications. If that is the case, please show your support by liking, sharing, resubscribing, hitting that bell button to make sure that we are shifting that energy. The algorithm is really wonky right now, and we want to make sure that we're getting the messages out to those that need it most. All right, we have here card 64. Some of you are 64 years old. You're born on the 26th, the 8th, or you could be 37. Sometimes life stings with the wasp. Sometimes it stings. You've gone through some big changes. You've gone through some towers. You felt orphaned. But I feel like you're going to reap the rewards here of something that it was difficult, but you're turning that pain into gain. You are transmuting the energy of the past with the judgment, and you are transforming your life, and you're going to come out on the other side stronger and more stable than anything you left behind here. You have the flamingo, embrace the in-between. And yeah, you're still shutting out some old cycle here. You have the death card, you have the 10 of swords, but you also have the fool. So you are embracing that in-between, but there's still a few things that you're working on. So embrace it, okay? Embrace it, because we don't want to have to repeat anything. Life is a mystery. You have the bobcat spirit. It's card 8. That is the strength energy as well. So a lot of you are embracing in this mystery here on earth, but you're also diving into and understanding more about it. Some of you could be taking classes on human design, astrology, numerology, tarot. You may be looking into your birth chart. I feel like you're trying to discover more about your place in the world, your life purpose, mission, maybe some spiritual classes that you're taking or books you are reading. So you're trying to understand the great mystery, but also you may be meditating more or practicing some new spiritual practices. And then lastly, here's the lion again, that Leo energy. It says, be generous of spirit. Be generous. Spirit's being generous with you at this time. I feel like it's important for you to be kind to yourself, but I'm also getting receiving abundance. There is a receiving energy showing up here because you've went through some dark nights. You've gone through maybe some sabotage, some shadows, some weakness, but you're stronger than you think you are. You have the power, you have the endurance, you have the inner strength to really shine and be compassionate with yourself and do something that's for you. Because you may be, a people pleaser. You may be someone who does take care of others. Whatever it is that you are doing now, I feel like you're doing it for you. And it's been a long time coming, but this is the time. This is time for you to step into your power and do something that's going to truly make you happy when it comes to your career, your money, your wealth, your abundance, but it's also going to affect all areas of your life, Sag. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there. Please drop your spirit animals in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. And again, thank you so much for all of your love, your support, and your generosity towards the channel. Lots of love. Till next time.